Gotta plant some onions. I fucking hate filming in the house. Fuck. How far it is. Okay, first and foremost, the thing with onions is plant them thick. They have these perfectly straight roots. They don't get tangled. Shit. So you don't have to worry about wrecking them if they're too close together and you want to transplant them later. I had to plant some peppers last year because I left them too long. The roots were like a fucking macrame from the 70s, right? I have said several times, you don't need to use a lot of money to enjoy gardening. Cookie sheet. Tofu container. These were, I believe, mushrooms. I've just drilled some holes in them. I always put it in a separate bucket. Dry soil is very hydrophobic. You may remember if you ever put just dry stuff in there and then you pour water on there, the water just sits at the top. You want to see a really interesting video about the hydrophobic aspect of water and dirt, you should probably watch the video at the end of this. A bottle of slightly warm water, and then just start kind of working it in. What's up? Chilling like a villain? They're pretty deep. You don't necessarily need them filled up all the way for your onions, but you know what? For $8 a bag, I don't care. It's gonna give them lots of nutrients. There's soil in the mix there. It's gonna get water retention so that you don't necessarily need to water it all the time. I am going to be putting a little bit of a layer on top after I seed them, so I'm pretty happy with about that. So we've got all of our, these fuckers filled up with soil. And I will also point out that even though I usually love to use my own seeds, onions are one of the things that I have not yet successfully been able to grow to seed. Onions are biennial, meaning they need to have 2 years in the soil before they blossom out into seeds. We're gonna be putting in leek, almost 4 months to maturity, 120 days, right? So definitely want those guys in there. Now, some bunching onions. They're a little bit shorter. It's called a candy hybrid. I think it's like a little bit of a mini Spanish if you look at it. Then I've got these little pearl onions. They're good for pickling or just for eating as is. This is a different variety of, not a different variety. It's literally called an annual bunching, so it may or may not be a different variety, but it is a different company. Got these at the dollar store. You know what? It doesn't even fucking matter. The dollar seeds are actually packaged by Mackenzie. It's the same fucking stuff. And lastly, Korean chives. You can, or they'll be called garlic chives. Okay, we're starting off with leek. Measure out a bunch. Now I'm just gonna kind of sprinkle them around. So anyways, I'm gonna get those all in here. Bunching onions, because they're fine growing in bunches. Now usually you would plant these in bunches, and once I'm in the spring and summer, yeah, I'll plant them probably 10 or 12 to a little plot. Get a bunch out, sprinkly dinkly. All of these onion varieties want about 1.3 centimeters or half an inch of depth. Now, when you're doing this out in the garden, you can obviously dig a trench that's that deep. Since we're doing them inside, we've actually created a level base, and now we've got extra soil left over to put on top. I'm filming. Yeah.
Hello.
What? And with that, we'll finish up with the onions. Gonna water the bottom of these so that it's gonna soak up, and we'll just keep an eye on it over the next couple days. I'm gonna bid you farewell. I'm gonna say thanks for watching. If you're not dirty, you're not doing it right. See you next time. Bye-bye.